Welcome to Going Bright. In this episode, I will get a lot of this area prepped and prepared for our new shop build, which thankfully is finally, hopefully moving forward this coming week. I get the chicken coop moved, I get a bunch of trees knocked down, and yeah, good times. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and hit the little notification bell. It'll help. I'm trying to build up this channel, and I'd like you guys to know just kind of what we've been up to. Kind of getting the difference between what it was like living in California and what it's like now out here in Florida on an acreage. So stay tuned, and God bless. Well, I got that set of stumps actually, out of the hole. I had to build a ramp. That's what all the kind of messed up dirt is here. I got to push some more of this dirt back into the hole. I need to measure out these trunks, get them cut and stacked over behind there, and make room so I can get around the backside. And then that tree needs to go, and that tree needs to go. That should actually, and there's a little one just behind it there. So those three in the foreground need to go, and I think that oak with the pallet leaning up against it has to go. But the good news is I got the bulk of that tree down. It's all pretty much managed. And the next project would be getting the chipper, splitter, and that chicken run moved after I get this all cleaned up. Then I think we should be pretty much set. I want to build something a little bit nicer around the pump house. And then eventually that shed will go, so the front yard should look a lot cleaner once we get this shop going. Good times. Well, I was cleaning off this pine tree that I just knocked down, and it kind of dawned on me that, there's a lot of battles in nature. This is a palmetto root. This is actually the tap, and this is the pine root. So they were growing together. And in this case, the pine tree won. Yeah. This morning, it's just before heading out to church, I got another pine tree, that one that I was showing you with the palmetto bit. Got it knocked over. It was kind of all in this area here. So I think I'm pretty much ready tree-wise for the shop. I just need to get the chicken run and all that stuff moved. Find a new home for all that stuff. But it is kind of interesting. Kind of joking with Karen, looking over here. I'm like, yeah, I removed nine trees, I think, from this space right here. You look and you're like, okay, there's a lot of trees left there. But compared to what we had in California, where on my property I had 2 trees. We had the one tree out front and the one magnolia tree in the backyard. So if I lost one of those trees, I mean, it would be obvious. But here in kind of a forest environment, it's hard to tell if 1 or 2 trees are gone. I walked through after the Hurricane Ian, and there may be other trees down or something happened to them, but I just don't see them because they're not big and obvious. I only saw the 1 tree down. But yeah, definitely different from what we had in California. So anyway, I'm going to get this tree stump over to the burn pile, and put the tractor away, get cleaned up, and go to church. Well, the awesome news is I got my grading stakes in. So I guess this is one corner of the shop. The other one's way over there. We got one in the midst of all that junk. And then the other corner is here. So these apparently are precisely measured. Building envelope 70.70. That's really tall, if that's where the ground level is supposed to be. Let's go see what the other one looks like. Glad to finally be getting to this point, but kind of wish it was done. Now I got to very carefully, I guess, haul off my trees and such that I've got here. So there's my other stake, and the fill line on that one's pretty high. But I got to get all of this tree debris out of here. The trees were Um, let's see, if I'm standing here, those trees were here in the dirt right here. So they would have been right where the door is. I've got these 2 more trees that I've got to get out of the way. Possibly. We'll see. So that's our 36 feet wide by 68 feet long. So that means I got to clear out this brush that gets wood chipped, or if I get frustrated, burned. And then the chicken run comes out. I'm wondering if I need to clear out other oak tree. I'm gonna have to see what that looks like here. It's getting kind of close. Let me spin around. So we have from here to there basically. So the oak tree's out of it, but you can see this this limb here is might be kind of a problem. So I either trim it back or eliminate it altogether. But that's where we're at. So hopefully Monday we'll have Alan out to do a walkthrough and see how things are going. And next week maybe start putting forms in and getting dirt in. But you can see Thor is out investigating. He got us a bird. Didn't leave it as a proud piece. Just left us the feathers. Oh well. He's still a good cat. He's very, very well fed. I also had AT&T out here a little while ago, and they buried my fiber line. And I'm wondering what course they took. So I'm going to see if I can find that and get it known, marked out, and not disturbed again. Never ceases to amaze me. I come out, do something in the kitchen. Just outside the pool, there's a deer there. And then just out back, there's 2 more. Just kind of foraging in the yard, hanging out. Never gets old. Oh, Loki. He's like in prowl mode, scaring the deer off. Loki. Oh well. Cats will be cats. Well, I got Cody out helping me do some work, getting him trained on how to use the tractor, practicing with the grapple. He's doing awesome. Alright, well, I got that one down. So there's a bit of a hole. Got the root ball and all, so now I just need to slash, trim it up at 12 foot, stack it, chip it, and then I got to decide about that oak there and this little one over here. Little one I think is going to be sort of in the way, but now I should be able to drive around it. And yeah, that's where I'm going to stack up the pieces once I get them trimmed. And this other little pine in the foreground here, I don't know. I could get him out pretty easy. so I won't have to decide his fate right away. But yeah, making progress.